Morgan of SunWest Mortgage is here to change the world of loan originations forever. From sending updates to your clients to allowing you more time, you can do it all in a simple chat. You no longer have to struggle with documents. All you need to do is select the files and upload them, and they're submitted in an instant along with your loan file. With SunWest, your true home is always within.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Christine Stewart. Today is the 10-year anniversary of the Sandy Hook school shooting, which happened right here in Connecticut. Sandy Hook parents I've spoken to have a saying that love wins. So please take a moment today to hug your loved ones a little tighter. And if you're looking to remember the 20 children who lost their lives that day, please visit mysandyhookfamily.org to see how each family would like you to remember their child. In other news, several organizations have released their forecasts for 2023. The National Association of Realtors predicts that home sales will be down 6.8% next year. This year, they dropped even further as rate hikes pushed many buyers out of the market.
It looks like the sales will be down 16% this year compared to last year. And of course, last year was somewhat of an abnormally high figures because people were still enjoying those exceptionally low mortgage rates. I would not be surprised if we have 2 additional months of a decline before setting the condition for improvement next year.
Yoon says the figures for this year are similar to what we saw in 2013 and 2014 as we emerged from the 2008 recession. However, in 2008, there were 8 million job losses in a single year. This year's job market continues to hold strong. Yoon says there's little chance of a housing market collapse because of the regulations that were created following the 2008 crash. He also predicted that mortgage rates would hover around 5.7% in the new year. Yoon is not alone in predicting a slowdown in the housing market in 2023. Our own Mike Savino talked to TransUnion about a report they released today that forecasts similar origination volumes.
And most likely those origination volumes are going to be down.
2023 will bring a major shift in consumer borrowing, according to TransUnion. And one big change is fewer people seeking a mortgage. In fact, TransUnion says total origination will fall to 5.4 million loans, way down from even pre-pandemic levels.
The lack of affordable housing is not a phenomenon that's recent to this year or last year or the pandemic.
TransUnion says the single biggest hurdle remains the cost of home buying. Prices and rates are still way above where they were a year ago. Meanwhile, supply chain issues and a lack of demand aren't the only things slowing down home builders.
I hate to punt anything, but these are larger issues around incentives around home building. These are things like zoning laws and regulations.
But there is one bright spot for the mortgage industry: home equity loans. TransUnion predicts roughly 3.7 million people looking to borrow against their equity in some way in 2023, up by more than a third from this year. TransUnion says there's 2 main groups of borrowers who would do this. The first is homeowners who want to tap into their equity to wipe out more expensive debt.
Took a look at homeowners and saw that they have approximately $600 billion of non-mortgage, higher interest rate debt. That's mostly credit cards and personal loans.
And then there's homeowners who aren't going anywhere. Buyers who bought their homes at lower prices with a lower mortgage rate. With home values jumping, they may want to put that equity to use.
There's a much greater incentive to fix up that home and spruce it up.
A TransUnion survey found 80% of respondents think we already are or will be in a recession. Yet at the same time, 3 in 5 millennials and Gen Z consumers are confident about their own financial picture over the next year. So originators can take advantage of this confidence by working with customers, coaching them on how to be ready when a home buying opportunity presents itself.
Working on a job, working for a raise if possible, sticking to the fundamentals, and also not overextending yourself.
You can hear more about TransUnion's forecast on The Principal, the Mortgage News Network's daily podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. For the Mortgage News Network, I'm Mike Savino.
Thanks, Mike. Experts may be down on the market for the next year, but could we be building a little momentum at the end of 2022? More on that coming up.
Don't miss the largest regional mortgage show in the nation. The New England Mortgage Expo returns to Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, January 12th and 13th. See us at www.nemortgageexpo.com. Start your year with the best connections in the industry. Dozens of sessions, scores of exhibitors. It's where success is written every hour. www.nemortgageexpo.com.
While everyone seems to be predicting that 2023 won't be a great year, the MBA reported today that mortgage applications increased this week after a month of declines. Applications increased 3.2% over last week. The MBA says that the increase was driven by both purchase and refinance activity. However, with rates 3 percentage points higher than they were last year, both purchase and refinance applications are still well behind where they were last year. And finally, we're now accepting nominations for the most inspirational women across all levels and sectors of mortgage lending. Honorees will be showcased in the March issue of NMP magazine. If you know any women who advocate to make women's voices in the mortgage industry louder, stronger, and more impactful, please submit your nominations by Friday to nmplink.com/women of inspiration. We'll be right back with what else is interesting today. Welcome back. Here's what else is interesting today. A Michigan judge has ordered Michigan State University to turn over to the Detroit Free Press agreements between the university and two of its largest donors. One of those donors is UWM CEO Matt Ishbia. Ishbia went to Michigan State University, and his love for the alma mater is no secret. The Detroit Free Press requested documents related to donations made to help fund football coach Mel Tucker's 10-year, $95 million contract. MSU has said making the records public would violate the privacy of the donors. The judge gave MSU 10 days to hand over the documents. For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to mortgagenewsnetwork.com.